Is everyone doing swell? All right, so Jen, do you want to start? Do you want me to start? We really didn't talk about how we're going to do this call today.
That's okay. We got good information. So I actually have a few slides.
Oh, there she is, the teacher.
Oh yeah, I can't help myself that I want to share. So we can start with that. And I'll post these slides in our group. Let me get it going here. All right, so this was a call I actually did for Katie, and I was like, so some of you may have been. So if you weren't on there, now you get this. So these are just some calls to action, and they're very simple. I think a lot of times with recruiting and inviting, we overthink and we panic about things that aren't necessary. Like we may get scared of people saying no. We might be offended. Here, I think I actually have a slide on that. Yeah, right here. So if you have a fear of rejection, what that really means is you're not sure what to say. If you have a fear of objection, it means you're not confident in what the product's doing for you. And if you have a fear of offending someone, it means you're kind of afraid of them saying yes. So what this really means, when I first heard this, I was like, ouch, I don't like that. I'm not afraid, but I was. So what I mean, I really want to focus in on number 2 is objection. We're afraid of people saying no, afraid of people thinking we're salespeople, afraid of people thinking we have some kind of hidden agenda. We don't. We're coaches, and we really just want to help people build businesses and get fit. Like that's our mission in a nutshell. So when you're afraid of that objection, I think that you're forgetting all the things Beachbody has done for you. So you're here because in some way, shape, or form, Beachbody has changed your life. And once you're confident in that and you stand by your product, then those objections just become conversations and it becomes easier. An example, someone saying, well, do I have to drink a shake? You know, instead of being like, freeze, I'm scared, I would say, you know what? I didn't want to drink a shake. And when I found out I had to do that to be a coach, I really thought about not doing it. However, I gave it a shot, fell in love with it, and it changed my life. So would you consider giving it a shot? And usually people are like, yeah, okay. Because you just share what it's done for you and how you felt. So don't be afraid of those objections because truth be told, we all had those objections on some level before we started. So use your own story to push past that. All right. There's some good personal development on this slide for recruiting. And then this is back to that original slide. So these are just really easy invites and calls to action. And when you first look at them, you might think, wow, that's it. But yeah, that's it. That's all you have to say when you invite to the business. I think a lot of times we get tripped up and we don't invite because we're like, well, what if they respond? What if they ask what it is? What if this? What if that? You can't get tripped up on that. Let's just start with the invite and we can worry about the rest as we go. You have coaches who are going to help you get walked through those conversations. So, the first one is to invite 3 of your current challengers. And the message says, hey there, Deidre. I just wanted to say how much I've enjoyed having you in my challenge group. You're really stepping it up. And it shows, have you considered becoming a coach? So that's a really simple, easy message to send a rockin' challenger. Number 2 says, invite 3 people that you have really wanted on your team, but maybe you've been scared to ask. And you're going to just tell them why. So, hey, Amber, this is something that's been on my mind lately, and I feel it on my heart to just bite the bullet and share with you. I think you'd make a great coach. And obviously this next part, guys, needs to be personalized. Like I would not copy and paste this and send it to everyone. This would be like specific to their personality. Like Deidre, you have a bubbly personality. You love inspiring others and you're so much fun to follow on social media. Have you ever considered it? So, that's not wordy and that's not telling them all of these things they have to do. It's just very basic. And then number 3 says, send 5 to people who like your posts. So whenever I do a post that even mentions the word coach in it, whether it was an invite or not, if it just says the word coach, you can get away with saying, hey, I saw you liked my coaching post. Were you interested in it? And I want you to understand these are 3 really easy things, right? Do you guys feel like this is easy? Okay, because by the time you do this, that's 11 people that you just presented the business opportunity to. 11. Okay, so imagine if you do that every day. Let's pretend you work for 4 days only. That's 44 people a week. What if you work for 5 days? That's 55. What if you work all 7? 77 people. Do you see how easy it can be to really get the business opportunity out there? And this is not scary. Like this part's not scary. So my call to action for you guys this week, if you haven't, is do this right here. We're not even going to worry about responses. We're just going to worry about the invites. We can share responses. I can go live later tonight or tomorrow and share some responses with you, because you give yourself 12 to 24 hours to respond. So it's not like this run to the races, oh Lord, now I have to figure out what to say. And I will upload this PDF so you guys can go through these responses as well. But that's just the main thing I wanted to focus on that I was thinking about. So yeah, I hope that's helpful. Does that help you guys?
Well, that was awesome.
Well, thanks, Marin.
Guys, like it really is that easy. I feel like we hold back so much with inviting with coaching. Like, isn't that the scariest thing? Everyone says it is the scariest thing to do is invite to coaching. That was so easy. I don't know what you guys are afraid of or what everyone's afraid of. I know I was afraid of getting rejected. I was afraid of people judging me when I would ask. But like when you actually start to do it, what's the worst that they're going to say is no? Okay, you're going to be in the same position that you were with them at the beginning, maybe not talking to them. What's the best thing that can happen? You could help them have an opportunity that is also changing your life, that could change someone else's life. Like that's pretty spectacular to me. So Jen, what do you think? I think that it would be a great idea, because I loved, who was it that was posting their actual conversations? Brittany Jacobs. She did 2 of them. I thought it was really cool that she did that. And I would love for you guys, for accountability purposes, to share every single day at least one invite that you're doing. Just one. I'm not asking for all of them, but one invite that you guys are doing and a response that you're getting from this. Because we can at least talk through the conversation, and Jen and I may be able to give different ways of approaching it. If there's an objection to it, maybe we can say, hey, this is how I would respond, and help you guys along so you're more confident in this inviting process.
I'll actually go ahead and post this slide with that call to action while we're here. So that way we have
that. Would be awesome. But yeah, I felt like for me, the best thing when I was really getting in with the inviting was the accountability, knowing that someone knew I was inviting people, and I needed to show that in order like to get comfortable doing it enough to where it became second nature for me. So it's like brushing your teeth. It's like doing your personal development and doing your workout. You better be doing those every day. So I think the accountability would be really good, but it's also going to help each other in learning how to overcome all of these different objections that we do get, because we all get different objections,
Amen, sister.
Amen. So does anyone want to share where they're at, where they're struggling, or maybe even some conversations that went really well that you want to share with everyone? Anyone want to step up and do that?
I can only say that these are the most coaching posts I might have done like ever. So just the fact that I've done those, I've done a couple of invites, I'm planning the live event, and now I'm in a diamond pod in Melanie's group. So I feel like it could just all work together. But haven't done as many on the side invites, so that information will really be helpful.
That's awesome. Good for you. And
I don't think I could find 77 people even in 7 days, but I guess that's not the right mindset.
Very true.
And it is true, because when you hear that, it sounds like a lot. But if you look, you could even break it down to let's pretend you have 5 challengers in your group and you're going to message one of them a day. Even only messaging 5, if one of them becomes a coach, that's one coach. I don't know. It's good, guys, to set a goal number of coaches you want to recruit. So my game plan, and I'm sure Deidre's is similar, is the first 2 weeks of the month, I only worry with challengers. I don't recruit coaches. If someone signs up and I got lucky, sure. But I'm focused on challengers for the first 2 weeks. As soon as the 15th of the month hits, my post switch to coaching. That's all I talk about, because all I'm worried about those last 2 weeks is coaches. I know that we have this mindset of hitting Success Club should be by the end of the month, but I'm going to challenge you to say hit Success Club by the 15th, because what happens is your mind is not under pressure to focus on Success Club anymore. You're focusing on coaches. And as you recruit coaches, that's more Success Club points. And every time I say this, coaches say, oh, well, it takes me all month. Well, if you convince yourself it takes you all month, then it will take you all month. But it doesn't have to. And it's a mind trick my team. I'm like, I know you can do it because you all seem to pull it out on the 31st, like at midnight. So if you hustle like that in the first 2 weeks, imagine the growth in your business. So, you know, when you switch to that consistency, Val always says like, it takes 2 weeks to drive home a message. So when you put it out there, coaching, like shove it in people's face for 2 weeks, someone's going to be interested. They just are. Naturally, they're going to be curious. They might not like it or comment, but they're interested. So
When you say you're adding coaches, they're not all working coaches necessarily. You're just adding coaches.
For the last 2 weeks, I focus on recruiting working coaches. I may convert a customer to a discount coach if they want to continue their Shakeology and such. But like, and this may just be me, guys. I do sign up discount coaches, but like I don't count. Like if my goal is to recruit 10 coaches this month, I won't count discount coaches in my goal number. Like I'm trying to recruit working. So it's good to say that goal. And I think a good goal for all of you guys is, you know, between 1 and 3 working coaches this month. You have 10 days, you can absolutely do that. And if you recruit 1, then bump it up to 2. You know, I'm only at 10 because I've been doing this for 2 years. And I rarely hit 10, I'll be honest with you. My average is like 3 to 5. So, you know, and that's okay because that's 3 to 5 working coaches I'm adding a month to my team. So, you know, if I worked harder at it and stopped making excuses, I could probably do better. I would do better than that. So, you know, it happens to all of us. Mind games.
Absolutely. But so I don't know if you guys notice, and honestly, like Jen, I learn from you a lot. Like when she says the second half of the month, I only post about the coaching opportunity. Do you guys realize like every post she does, hashtag coach life is at the bottom. Like she is always saying something about coaching. There are tons of little jabs that would relate to other people, their personality, their life, but also is like, but this is what I've been able to do with Beachbody. And I really want you guys to try to get in the zone of every little jab you're doing. You could be talking about coaching in some way, shape, or form. And that's where I feel like I'm learning a lot and improving because I'm like, okay, how my wheels are turning. Like, how can I add this as something that pertains to Beachbody coaching? And I have had conversations and, you know, people saying, is that all she talks about is coaching? But you know what? Yeah, because this is my career and it's my job and I got to treat it like a job. And I'm going to attract those people who want it like I do. And that's exactly what we're here to do. Like, we're here to build a business. We're here to build a team. We're not going to be able to build a successful, solid foundation by only getting challengers. Like, that's not how this business works. You have to be able to build a team as well. So thank you for teaching us about every jab, coach life possible.
And you know, I have to give props to my husband on that because every time like I would do these posts like about my dog, like something that had nothing to do with Beachbody, he was like, Jen, you need to start figuring out a way to just slip the word coaching in there. And I was like, okay. So now when I do a post, like even if it has nothing to do with Beachbody, like the other day I was riding my bike. Well, I bought a bike to go ride it. So I was like, thanks Beachbody for letting me buy this new bike. Like, I mean, you can literally sneak it in everywhere. And guys, if you're not making a ton of money with Beachbody and you go on an extra date, thanks Beachbody for giving me extra money in my budget for my date. You know, it doesn't have to be I bought a house or a car or a boat. Like people actually don't relate to that. They relate more to I bought this picture for my house that took me forever to decorate. I talk about rescuing dogs, but in that little hashtag coach life, that's usually like my jab. And you feel free to use that on your Facebook, but I will say don't use it on Instagram because you'll only attract coaches. I use that on Facebook just as a jab to be like, you know, my day is so awesome because I'm living the coach life. So, you know, use that stuff. Sneak it in there and challenge yourself when you do a post about your kids. Like I don't have kids. But if I did, like Deidre gets to be at home with her kids. So it's such a good, would you get to do that if you weren't a coach? No, she wouldn't. So just finding those little bitty jabs, or maybe you're working to pay off a loan, or maybe you're working to pay off your house, or maybe you're just working to have an extra $20 a month. Whatever your goal is, like talk about it. Let people know, you know? I hope that helps. Let's see. Does that help you guys? My computer went crazy.
Is that-
Yeah, it does. And I'm kind of kicking myself because I did a dog post last night and I totally could have been a little more creative with it.
So go back and edit it and add it in there. That's what I do. Like if I forget, I'm like, oh, and I think of it later. You can go back and edit, and to make it re-pop up in people's feed, tag and untag yourself. So it's like, Jen was tagged in this photo. And you can have it filter back through people's feeds. Did y'all know that? Tag yourself in your photos. If your traction is a little funky, tag yourself. It won't say Jen. It used to say like Jen tagged herself in her own photo. It doesn't say that anymore. It just will say like you're tagged in a photo. So you know.
I'm trying to get my new coach to give me a picture of herself to introduce her. Wait, can you guys hear me? Okay. Can you guys, like, this beautiful girl is not giving me a picture of just her. And she takes selfies all the time. I'm like, can you send, she has it with her boyfriend. I'm like, can you just send me a regular one of yourself, please? Like, go take yourself a picture. Sorry. That's what I'm doing as you are talking, Jen.
Oh no, you're good. I've just actually asked someone for that too.
For a picture.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, like the more you guys can talk up, when you have a new coach that signs on, when you introduce them, not just in your team page, but on social media and show people like, I'm building a team, like, hey, this is a new coach on my team. We are part of, you know, the #1 team in the organization. We're in the top 0.05% of the company. We're an elite team. Like that talks you guys up as a team, but also you as a leader. So don't be afraid to do that. Recognition, it's one of the 4 vital behaviors, and you need to recognize your current challengers, your current coaches, and your brand new coaches that are coming on too, because that does make a huge difference.
Right. Yeah. Actually, I had a one-on-one call today, and Val was like, you know, don't be afraid to shout people out, like on your business page, on your Instagram, because it just backs up the fact that you're building a team, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Absolutely. So does anyone have any questions or want to add anything?
I can't think of any, but I'm just so thankful for you ladies and for doing this group. It's been like lighting my soul on fire just to get
Yay!
Aww. Good. I love these kind of groups for the accountability. Like I think it's so much better than a push group because there's not as much pressure, and it's just like, today we're going to do another post. Today this is what we're going to do. And it's just like, it kind of keeps you going to get that flow that you really need.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Well,
You're welcome.
so you guys have a call to action, and now you have some invites to go off of. And Deidre and I will, as we are working and we see your posts, we'll give you feedback on your conversations. If you get stuck, please don't be afraid to post that conversation before you respond. Like that's what we're here to do, help you figure that out. So, you know.
Yeah, let's keep the group as active as we can, because the more active it is, the better it's going to help you all. So.
Absolutely.
All right, ladies. Well, thank you for jumping on, and I guess we'll let you guys go so you can go do your thing, go do some work, go invite people.
Bye, thank
Yay!
All right, guys. Have a good day.
you.
Bye, Deidre.
Yeah, bye. Thank you.